So listen, this is what we're doing today. I'm going for something melodic and emotional as far as the melody. I'm going to use some things. I'm probably going to use some plugins. I'm going to use Sinsanity. I'm going to use the Omega One Shot Kit more than likely. So that's what we are going to be aiming to do. So with that being said, I'm going to open Keyscape. So this is what I plan to do. The first thing I plan to do is figure out a chord progression. And I could just go to one that I know will work in my mind, but we're going to play around, right? We're going to play around and just figure something out. But the second thing is after I lay out the chords, I'm going to layer it with some type of synth or stuff like that. You know, we're going to get a good foundation. So when I say emotional, I'm like, you know, we make dark beats all the time. So this may be something R&B-ish. This may be something like sad. This may be something sensual. Whatever it's going to be. So this is the first thing. What I do, I am most comfortable in the C minor key or even the C major, whatever key it's going to be C. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a melody in that key and transpose it. I know the 4-to-1 is good in R&B and stuff like that, but listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this F right here and we're going to try and build around it. So we're going to hold it for 2 bars. No. So we will do a 5, 4, then a 1. Let's do that instead. So doesn't sound like much of anything. Let's begin to do harmony. So this is what we're going to do. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to count 7 notes up from each note. Matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. Control A selects everything. Then I'm going to hold shift, right? I'm going to hold shift and drag this up. Okay. So now I'm going to hold control and press up, not control, shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's actually 7 up. So when you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 notes away. That would be a power chord. That would be a 5th. You don't really need to know the theory, but just know that always works. Now we got something when we add in these middle notes. All right, so now we got a foundation. So now this is a sus2 chord. That's why it works. And every other chord is just in the scale and stuff like that. I don't need scale helpers and stuff. You should just know. So listen, again, we're in C minor. That's the key that we're in. So I'm just plugging in stuff, figuring it out, but I know what's in key. So boom. What we're going to do now is extend these chords. Let's take this down an octave. Now this is where we get freaky with this. So what we are going to do is select all the bottom notes, right? Let's drop those down an octave. Now what we're going to do is start rearranging some of these notes. So we're going to boost that note. We want these to be closer, so we are going to boost that C. Let's take away one of these notes, man. Or let's try and rearrange this note. Listen, we got that delay right there, so we'll do that. So let's not do that. Let's just do this. All right, so if you look at this, I didn't use too much like technical theory or nothing like that. I made it and just played around with the notes and tried to figure out what works and what doesn't. All right, so boom, we got it. What we're going to do with this is pitch it down. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you before I complete this beat or finish this. You're not gonna hear stuff like this in the industry or nothing like that. Because number one, this doesn't follow a formula. Most of the music that you listen to is following a formula. And it's following the same time tested true formulas and stuff like that. I'm experimenting on here right now today. Just keeping it a bean with you. The second thing is when you listen to this, you might say it sound kind of jazzy and stuff like that. So, that's another thing. So, listen, what we gonna do, I already know what I'm gonna do. So, we gonna take these. Now what we gonna do is randomize it, humanize it, all that stuff. So, we gonna do some of that, like, and we gonna do bipolar or whatever, some of that, like, then we are going to, take this down. I'm going to put different strums on each one of these. So strum this. So this is going to be a short drum. Strum this something crazy like. So with that, we're going to copy this. Now, I told you I wanted it to be melodic, so we are going to get into a little bit of melody now. So I got a melody in my head for a lead. We're going to do that first. It's going to go like something like that. We're going to make another top melody with these FM keys. So we're going to figure out what we're going to do. It's going to be passive though. That's smooth. What we gonna do, we gonna hit it with some effects. Same thing, brother. So we got a pretty solid melody. Let's hit it with a bass. And with that, we got a melody. All I did with all that EQ, and I just took the lows out of all the non-bass instruments and stuff like that so that they don't get in the way of the bass when it's playing. So I don't have any idea what I'm about to do with the drums. I might even just sample this and like flip it. I don't know what I'm about to do, bruh. But we got an emotional melody. Didn't I tell you that's what we was gonna do? We got an emotional melody. Listen, man, let me talk to you real quick, dog. So this is what happened. I took a break after I made the melody, but the first thing I did was change some things out because I listened to it through my monitor speakers. I may talk to y'all one day about getting monitor speakers, but just a long story short, if you're a newer producer or you don't got your setup, one thing that I feel you absolutely need, get you an interface and some monitor speakers. That is like so essential. You see these headphones, even though I got them on over a hoodie, they're cool. They're DT 2020, whatever they are, man. You know the headphones. Let me look at this. Yeah, DT 770 Pros. Me personally, with the ear that I have, I gotta hear it hit through the speaker. And when I had it hit through the speaker, something wasn't right. And I'm gonna tell you what wasn't right. This lead having a delay was messing with the harmony of the beat. I even took this effect off, and we get the lead or the lead dry. And I took out the lows and all that good stuff. So you see that that's still there. Outside of that, I changed the bass sample to something that had less distortion. So you hear that. Boy, it just, I did it with this one. I ain't gonna lie. So what we gonna do, we gonna be a little bit passive and experimental with the drums, man. That's what we gonna do. Some of that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some effects on some of these, but I'm gonna also put them all on a percussion loop bus, you know. So we gonna route to this track only. Some of that, but know what we're going to do for convenience? For convenience, we're going to render this down. And I'm going to actually filter it a little bit more. Sorry, I just jammed out for like 3-4 minutes, man. It is what it is, bro. That's what we going with. I may add a little bit more, but to me, that's hard. I got to listen to it through the speaker just to make sure everything is right. I'm going to mix it, all that good stuff, man. Some things may change, some things may not, but listen, man. I'll see y'all another day, somehow, some way. I'm out.